is our software plagiarism class. Before I go to this class, here is a picture. I want to ask you a question. What they are doing?
I think one student is trying to cheat during the exam.
Oh yes, that's correct. This student is a very bad student. He want to cheat during this exam and to steal their result from another student. So this is one kind of situation that is very common in our university or in high school. So can you think about other situation, maybe in other scope, like in a company, this action, they copy?
Maybe one company try to steal other company's contribution and obtain the benefit.
Yes, this is another kind of copy, and this is also very common in company scope. So I want to tell you a story. This is a fact. This story happened in 2005. From here, this is a big logo. This logo is IBM. I think most of us already hear about this company because this company is very big and it sells a lot of products around the world. And this is another logo for a company. This company is Compuware. Compared to IBM, Compuware is a very small company, and the product the Compuware produce is also very small. So maybe most of us, when first said these two companies, it's impossible for us to think any relationship between these two companies. But in 2005, Compuware filed a lawsuit against IBM. Why this happened? Because in 2005, Compuware found some of the product that IBM produced actually copied the code from the product that produced by Compuware. So after Compuware found this fact, Compuware is very angry and filed a lawsuit against IBM. And this action is called software plagiarism. Now, this is the organization for our class. First, I will give you the definition of the software plagiarism, and then I will talk about the challenges that software plagiarism detection faced. And then, after that, I will talk about how to detect software plagiarism, and finally, I will introduce the impact of software plagiarism detection. So first, what is software plagiarism? Before this story, I think most of us already have some underlying knowledge about the definition of software plagiarism. So this is the official definition of it. That is, try to copy other people or organizations' code without any copyright or license indicated. So software plagiarism detection has a lot of challenges, and here the three challenges is most important and significant challenges that software plagiarism detection faced. The first challenge is it's a very computationally complex process, and also it's difficult to access the source code of the suspicious program. And the last challenge is because of the code obfuscation techniques. Later, I will introduce each of the challenges. The first challenge is it's a very computational complex process. So can you think about why it is very complex?
I think maybe the product or the software is very big.
Yes. Yes, this is one reason for why the software plagiarism is complex, and this reason is the most important reason. Here this picture shows one kind of software plagiarism. This, on the left side, is the plentiful program, and the right side is the suspicious program. On one hand, the two programs is very big. So, like you said, because they are very big, so this detection is very complex. Another reason is because sometimes the suspicious program is only copied, only a part of the suspicious program will copy the code from plentiful program. Like here, only the white part is copied from the plentiful program, but the green part is not copied. So in order to detect whether the suspicious program copied, plagiarized the plentiful program, we have to target the entry point, like here, and the ending point, like here, and to analyze only this part. So based on this, the reason for it's very complex. One reason is because the two programs is very big. Another reason is because most of the time the plagiarizing is only partial plagiarized. Now the next challenge is it's very difficult to access source code. So I want to ask another question. Why is it difficult to access source code?
Because it's confidential?
Yes, it's very confidential, and so it's need strong evidence to ask for source code. Like the story I mentioned before, at first, Compileware, it's impossible for Compileware to ask the source code from the IBM. So Compileware have to find strong evidence that IBM actually copied their code. After that, it can ask the IBM to give them the source code for further analysis. Without strong evidence, it's impossible for the plentiful side to ask for the source code from the suspicious side. So this is another difficult that the software plagiarism detection faced. And the last challenge is because of the code obfuscation techniques. Here, the code obfuscation techniques can change the syntax, but it can't change the semantic meaning of the two programs. So, and here this picture shows one slide of the plentiful code and the suspicious code. This picture is the code from the plentiful program, and this picture shows the code from suspicious program. We can say that actually the two code is very different, but these two code has the same meaning. That is, the meaning is indicated here. So if the detection is based on the syntax, it will say the two code actually is different. So the suspicious program is not copied from the plentiful program. Actually, this code is copied from this code. Based on this, syntax detection is not appropriate and is not robust. We have to detect the semantic meaning of the two programs, and based on the semantic meaning to analyze whether the one program copied from another program. Based on this, I think I already gave you some clue about how to detect software plagiarism. So can you think about a very useful method to detect software plagiarism?
To find the behavior of the two programs?
Yes, like I already mentioned, because of the code obfuscation. So based on the syntax, it's not appropriate and it's not very robust. So just you said, to find the behavior of the two programs is a good detection, is a good way to detect the software plagiarism. And I want to introduce a very useful approach, LOPD. That is a logic-based method, which is introduced by a very famous scholar. LOPD, like the name, is logic-based method. So it tries to find the meaning of the two programs, that is the behavior of the two programs, like you just mentioned. LOPD is a semantic-based and is not a syntax-based software plagiarism detection, because it's focused on the semantic-based because it tries to address the code obfuscation techniques that will impact our analysis. So because it's semantic-based, it will try to detect the behavior of the software, and the behavior here is related to the semantic meaning of the software. I will give you an example. Like there are two programs. One is plentiful program, and another is suspicious program. So try to detect whether suspicious program actually copied from the plentiful program. We have to get some knowledge about the behavior of the two programs, whether the behavior of the two programs is the same. To give such knowledge about the behavior, we will give the two programs the same input, and to execute both of the two programs and to get the output of the two programs. Once we already obtain the output, we can analyze the output to determine whether the output is the same. If the output is the same, because the input is the same, so we can know that the two programs, the action of the two programs is the same. That is the semantic meaning of the two programs. When the semantic meaning of the two programs is the same, we can guess that the suspicious program maybe copied the code from plentiful program. But if the semantic meaning is different, it's guaranteed that the suspicious program actually doesn't copy the code from the plentiful program. So this is how LOPD works. It's very robust and it's very appropriate to analyze the software plagiarism. Now, finally, I will talk about the impact of the software plagiarism detection. It will not only serve as a useful tool in collecting stronger plagiarism evidence for lawsuits related to intellectual property, and also it will promote a more healthy and trustworthy sharing environment for open source community. So in the future, we hope a very robust and a very useful software plagiarism detection will be introduced, will be produced by scholars. So in that case, the open source community will become more healthy, and our computer science guys are willing to upload our code to the open source, to their website without worry about maybe other guys will steal our code to get benefit for themselves. So this is today's class. I hope based on my introduction, you have some knowledge about what is software plagiarism and what is the software plagiarism detection challenges, and how to detect software plagiarism and also the impact of software plagiarism. Maybe some of you are very talented, can have some very good algorithm to detect it. Thank you.